There is a video on our website where all of the bar, all the Brits are singing, "We all love Mumbai, we all love Mumbai," because that's how loud and proud we were in that bar before that kickoff against Liverpool. Just to tell you how passionate we are as fans.
Hi guys, welcome to the Blue Pilgrims pre-match discussion for EPL in association with Social, our partners for this activity. We have teamed up with Social to bring quite a few activities for you guys, especially pre-match screenings, parties, watch parties, discussions and analysis on English football. I'm glad to have you guys here today. Blue Pilgrims is basically a group of Indian football supporters who support the national team across the country, in India, outside India, wherever we have these matches for the national team. Hi guys, welcome to the live session. Niranjan, Rishi Lots is saying ISL this year has been phenomenal already. Yeah, sure, we'll come to that. Blue Pilgrims is all about Indian football, ISL, I-League, and obviously the national team. That is the reason for our existence. Thanks a lot for joining in, guys. We have a really interesting show lined up for you today. We have Manchester United Mumbai and Southampton India. We have some fans joining us for a pre-match discussion, and we'll have a small chat on what they have to say about this Indian football scene right now. What was their first match, or who do they support in the I-League or the ISL, and how it's going for them right now. Hi Pandey Karthik, thanks for joining in. Hey KP Thakur. Hi William from Manjapada, glad to have you here. Guys, Social has lined up quite a few watch parties this season, right from November, that's starting this weekend, right up till May 2021. And you can reach out to your nearest Social, especially for the first party, which is this weekend. And there's a Social in each city, which I'll be reading out right now, where you can come along with a few fans from the official supporters clubs and have a nice time, get some food, or you can actually order in from your nearest Social and have a good time at home itself. SouthamptonFC.India has joined, Abhishek Iyer has joined. These two are going to be our guests for today. I'll quickly tell you that our first screening is going to be on 29th November. It's Manchester United versus Southampton. In Mumbai, it's going to be at Car Social. In Bangalore, it's going to be at Church Street Social. In Delhi, it's going to be at Vasant Kunj Social. Chandigarh, you can watch it at Sector 7, Elante Mall. In Pune, it's at FC Road Social. And in Chennai, it's on Mount Road Social. I hope to see you guys there. Every aspect for your safety and sanitation will be taken care of. Social will take care of all of these things, so you don't have anything to worry about. If you still want to sit at home, you can order from your nearest Social and have a good time at home, I guess. I think I'll just ask our first guest for today, Abhishek Iyer from MUSC Mumbai, Manchester. Let's see how this discussion goes. Abhishek, can you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you, Tanuj. Good to see you, man.
How is it going, my man?
Yeah, it's going well. Also parallelly watching the 80K game. I'm so happy that Roy Krishna scored. Absolutely love the guy. But someone put in a comment there which was very interesting. They said, "Why are you doing this live during the ISL game?" If I may just answer that, guys, we have your attention during this game. The fact that the game's going on is a win for us. So I think no time better than now to do this live, isn't it? But cheers, Tanuj.
Absolutely.
It's a social live. Cheers.
I'm out of. Right.
Fair enough.
So tell me, MUSCM, they've been a big part, I think, of one of the most important aspects of this entire group. That's the founding of Blue Pilgrims, the founding of West Coast Brigade in Bombay. How has it been, man? It's been a very natural movement from supporting English football to getting those same guys into English football, because there's a team closer home to support. How has that journey for Indian football been for you guys?
Absolutely, and it's such a weird position to be in, no? Because Mumbai City FC, we're all big fans of Mumbai City FC, but then we're owned by the City Group and by Manchester United Supporters Club of Mumbai. So, that aside and ignoring that, I must tell you that, actually, if you were to go by the facts, MUSCM per se didn't have anything to do with the founding of Blue Pilgrims or even the West Coast Brigade. I think where we've lent or where we come in is, some of our founders and some of the core committee members, like, people who are now Tanuj, Shyam Bahadur, Sean, Mihir, all these guys have been following right from the very beginning, and speaking of, what our journey has been with the Pilgrims, we were there in 2017, Tri-Nation Series against Mauritius, St. Kitts, we were there supporting them there. 2018, against New Zealand in that Intercontinental Cup and Chetri scored that brace. So we've always been around, we've always been there, and it's so good to see Indian football sort of making a step forward and all of that. Tanuj, I'm going to tell you one more thing, man. Like, back in 2010, I used to cover. I was a journalist for Goal.com, and I used to cover the I-League second division, man. I remember players like Badmus Babatunde, who people would have never heard of, but he was like the top scorer back then. He used to play for ONGC, Nigerian ONGC player. So, Indian football has always been very special for me. I've always been very passionate. I've known Abhishek Yadav before Abhishek Yadav was Abhishek Yadav. I watched him play against AC Milan for the India under-23s back in 2005.
Wow.
So Indian football has always been very special. It's good to see, Indian football getting its pedestal and getting its opportunity now with the ISL, more than anything.
So see, I think what advantage that these European fan clubs, we are all a part of our respective ones. The advantage that they have right now is that they've been around for quite a while. ISL has just come in. I-League has quite a few historical clubs with a lot of history. So their fan bases have got built. But if you look at the newer clubs, they're just taking those baby steps. So you guys come in with this experience, being around for quite a while. I think the first official Manchester United supporters club in the country.
Correct.
How do you guys go about this whole activities, man? What do you guys do for fan engagement? And, what are the key activities that MUSCM does to keep people engaged,
Sure.
especially, between match days? Because, during the match, obviously, everyone's really into it.
Yeah. So, first up, I must tell you that we started off many years ago, like almost 13, 15 years ago, just as a bunch of United fans who were looking for a place to watch football in Bombay. That's how we started. Because if you remember, back in 2006, 2007, where do you watch football in Bombay? And God forbid there's an India cricket match or there's a Ranji Trophy Maharashtra match or, there's no chance you can watch Manchester United. So this started off with
Replays of
that.
a previous World Cup could have been anything, man.
No
That
chance.
all of that takes priority, right?
Absolutely. So it started off with that, and our founders started off with how do we connect with? We started with an Orkut community. Any of y'all remember Orkut? How do we connect? How do we find similar like-minded fans who love Manchester United, and how do we start watching games together? And from there, Tanuj, where Manchester United Supporters Club of Mumbai, how far we've come. Let me tell you some of the activities that we do, since you asked. We were India's first ever officially recognized fan club, supporters club, with Manchester United. That was huge for Manchester United. That was huge for us, man. We celebrated it. And why did we celebrate it? We have a very solid club structure. So we have a president, we have a working team, we have a working committee, we have people who run our social media, we have screening coordinators and all of that. But our win, Tanuj, has been two areas. One is the screenings that we've done as a supporters club in Bombay, and two, ticketing. Now I'll talk to you about each of them, right? Screenings. Let me tell you, there is a video where as a fan and as a fan of Man United and as a member of Manchester United Supporters Club of Mumbai, there is MUSCM at Khar, Three Wise Monkeys, and then there is the Stretford Way, and then there is the Stretford Stand at Old Trafford. Because the way I have seen United fans celebrate, chant, the way we follow a game in Bombay is unmatched. Testament to this is ticketing, where we have now done 3 editions of MUSCM Goes to Manchester. So it started in 2018 when we actually started taking fans as a group to Manchester to watch a game. And I was privileged enough to be a part of the first ever trip to Old Trafford with MUSCM. what we did there, Tanuj, pre-match, we were sitting there at Bishop's Blaze, which is the official bar of Manchester United. 15, 20 of us in a bar that can hold 300 people. There is a video on our website where all of the bar, all the Brits are singing, "We all love Mumbai, we all love Mumbai," because that's how loud and proud we were in that bar before that kickoff against Liverpool. Just to tell you how passionate we are as fans. It gives me goosebumps to even talk about it. So, which comes to my second point, right, which is ticketing. I think a big win that we've managed to give and facilitate is we have actually in a single season sent more than 100 members to Old Trafford and the UK to watch a game at ticketing prices of what a member would pay at Manchester. Otherwise, typically the viewing experience is not great for fans traveling from outside UK. You pay close to 200, 300 pounds for a ticket that's somewhere on the northern tier, on the topmost stand. But we have a relationship with the club. We have an actual live relationship with the club. We have an agent. We have a voice. We have someone who's in touch very regularly. So that's been our big win, man. And during COVID, of course, no screenings. We started something called MUSCM Live, and I happen to be the host of that. And we keep fans engaged through that. Every week, every second week, we have an MUSCM Live. I bring fans on the show. They talk about what United are up to right now, how they feel about performances. So it's a very engaged and a very evolved community, man. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, man. Like, speaking of keeping people engaged, before matches, Southampton versus United. What's going to happen over there, man? I mean, Ole at the wheel. How's that going?
It feels really good, dude, to have Ole at the wheel. Unfortunately, Tanuj, our fan base, I won't say a split, but there is a fair amount of United fans today who aren't very happy with Ole being at the wheel. But let me first start off with this, dude. I am so impressed that there is a Southampton supporters club in India. I think it's really, really progressive and really good. And I'd love to know. I'd love to know their story after I finish as well. I'd love to know how Devarshi started it, because if you actually look at Southampton, right, they are they came into prominence. See, Southampton have always been a flag bearer of English football, right? They've had one of the best academies. They've been, in the very, very early days, they've been champions. They've always been a name almost synonymous to English football, and some of the greatest English talent have come from there. Alan Shearer, Letizia, name them, and they've come through the academy. But to see that they have a fan club in India is really, really amusing, man. I'm dying to know how and why, because 2005 to 2012, they were in the championship. 2012 to 2020, the last 2 seasons, they finished 11th and 16th. 3 seasons before that, top 8, which was fantastic. But interesting story there. Speaking of the game,
I like how there's undertones of banter already leaking into your.
I mean, look, football is nothing without banter.
I'll actually have to test that the double screen thing today. Let's see if that works.
I think you should, man. I'd love to speak with Devarshi, if I'm not mistaken. I'd love to have a chat with him. But speaking about the game, dude,
views. Yep.
I am very, very mixed. I'll tell you why. Because I'm seeing 2 completely different United sides this season, man, Tanuj. I'm seeing a United side that is blistering in counter-attack, incredible 1-2 passing, amazing finishes, amazing all of that. And then I'm seeing a United side that's the absolute opposite of all of this. A team that can't string 3 passes together. A team that has no game plan. A team that appears to be very confused on the pitch. Speaking about Southampton, I can't discount the fact that they have been probably one of the most informed teams, not just this season, but since that 9-0 defeat to Leicester. In the 34 games that have happened since, Ralph Hasenhüttl has turned his team around, man. And honestly, they've gone 7 games unbeaten. They've won 3 of their last 5 without Danny Ings for a large part of that. They have players who are stepping up. This game is at St. Mary's. And we haven't beaten them last year. We drew both the games that we played, right? So, as an optimistic United fan, and all my MUSCM people will say, "Yaar, ye Abhishek bahut optimistic hai." I'm going to say we're going to win. But realistically, if I was a betting man and if I had to put money on it, I'd say we'd be lucky to get a draw, because we've got enough chinks in our armor, man. We've got enough problems of our own.
Probably if it was like a European night or something, I think United would have won it straight away. You can say that. But since it's an EPL game, I'm not so sure right now. I don't think United players really enjoy playing in the Premier League anymore. It's more like a European thing right now.
I'd say
Especially
they
the
don't
last
enjoy
game
playing at Old
against
Trafford.
Istanbul. I mean,
Yeah,
no, they proved that wrong in the last game against Istanbul, right? I mean,
true.
everything you said, one touch passing, this, that, boom, boom. They
But
played
let me
really
also
well.
remind
Anyway,
everyone, Tanuj, let me also remind everyone that Istanbul Başakşehir, if they were to play Southampton, they would lose. Southampton are a better side than Istanbul Başakşehir.
okay. I mean, sure. I mean, we'll just have to wait for Southampton to play a European game then.
Which might
All right.
never happen.
On that note, I think Abhishek, I'm going to have to ask you to step aside for some time.
Sure,
Let me get
sure.
Southampton on board, and then we'll try getting both of you on screen at the same time.
Sounds good. Sounds good. My pleasure.
Right. Thanks
We'll
a
be
lot
back,
for joining
hopefully.
first. Yeah.
Follow
See you
MUSCM.
soon,
We love
man.
you guys. Follow MUSCM.
Guys, MUSCM guys who are watching this, you guys should watch Blue Pilgrims. Follow us first, All right.
Absolutely.
See you soon, Abhishek.
Absolutely.
Take care, man.
Yep. Catch you, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, I've sent an invite to Southampton, India. And let's just hope quickly accept this. If they're still around, that is. I did see them over here. Devarshi, if you're online, you're sending a lot of hearts, but we'll just give them a second to come back in, I guess. Devarath is saying that he thinks United will edge it. I'm assuming that's what we means in this comment. And Ings is going to be a big miss for Southampton. Tanmay is sending a lot of blessings to Abhishek. Oh, we've got Slow Cheetah in the house, who thinks it's going to be a Rashford brace on Sunday. All right. Let's see how that works out. Okay, Southampton, India have sent us their invite once again. Devarshi, I hope you accept it this time.
Yep, I've accepted it. Hi, Devarshi. How's it
Hi,
going, man?
Tanuj. Hi. I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Great.
It was really great to
Think we're
listen to
getting-
you and Abhishek. It was a great story to listen to how MUSCM started, and Blue Pilgrims itself. I've been following it for a while. In fact, it gave us a lot of ideas about how to go about running Southampton FC India. We are a comparatively very new fan club. In fact, most of us are in the age group of say 20 to 26. So I think we've gotten a bunch of great ideas from MUSCM story.
So I'm like 30, so I think I've been supporting Arsenal since before some of you guys are born, I guess then.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I think the stage is all yours, man. This is going to be a really interesting story. How did Southampton India come about?
So as of now, we're a group of 25 people, and we don't have a very tangible fan club in itself, but we have a WhatsApp group which is buzzing during every Southampton game, because all of us will be watching it either on Hotstar or on TV, and we'll be having a banter session before the match and after the match. We've also recently started a podcast on Spotify, wherein we are sharing our stories and discussing transfer rumors, and having a pre-match talk before every game, so people can check that out. My story personally, as in we all have our individual stories, but mine personally started in 2014 when I started actively watching the EPL, and I wasn't really supporting any club at that point of time. I had an open mind, and that's when I saw the team, a team which had been newly promoted, but was playing fearless football, and I really liked the fact that they had a great academy which was producing great players, which was very appealing to me, as I myself I am an aspiring player. I play for my college football team in the right back position. So players like Lalana, Tadic, Mane, Wanyama. It was a great team. And under Koeman and Pochettino, we performed brilliantly, and that's when I started falling in love with Southampton's brand of football. It's not always been a very easy journey because the last couple of seasons were a little tough, but I can see that it's turning around, and I can see a very bright path ahead for us.
It does look like a very bright path. I think, as Abhishek pointed out, you guys are on a good run right now. And
in fact, we often have this discussion on the group that every time there's a discussion regarding Southampton, the 9-0 game comes up every time. I was tagged in a lot of memes that day, and it was a very difficult day for all of us, I guess. But yeah, Ralph has really turned it around, and I'm very glad that the board showed support in him. Many clubs would have fired a manager after a performance like that, but he really turned it around, and I think he's been doing a great job for us. We're in form, and the best part about the current team is that it's not just the attack and the midfield which is usually performing consistent. It's the defense which has really showed up this season. Yannick Vestergaard has come into the form of his life. Kyle Walker-Peters is making the right back position his own. He's owning it. He's going well on attacking runs. He's defending well. So I think we'll be giving Man United a very tough fight in the next game.
Yeah, it does look like it. I mean, you guys, you do have the momentum on your side. If you remove Istanbul, what a game, man. I think United really blew them away. But it's a home game for you guys, and I think Ings is going to be missing out, right?
Ings is going to be missing out. Ings will probably be coming back in the Brighton game. But then I'm very surprised by the fact that we're not really feeling. I mean, we always do feel his presence. He's a beast in the attacking third. But despite his phenomenal goal-scoring abilities not being there on the pitch, players like Che Adams, Walcott, they've really stepped up. Ward-Prowse is nailing his free kicks every chance he gets. So I think even without his presence, we'll be able to do pretty well.
All right. So I think you look at Southampton as favourites for this game then.
Again, realistically, if I was betting, then I would probably give it a 1-1 draw. But as an optimist, I would give it 2-0 to Southampton, with Adams scoring one and Stuart Armstrong scoring the second.
Not bad. Okay, just one last question I think I missed out on. So, being one of the smaller supporters clubs in India, when it comes to both stature of the club and, the number of people who are involved in this, do you guys get a lot of flack from the other clubs, we didn't know Southampton India existed and stuff like that? How do you guys, what's the banter like from your side on that?
We do. In fact, there have been many instances. Recently, PL for India had posted this video, which was quite viral for us. There was a group of Southampton FC fans, part of our group, and 5 of them had travelled to Bombay. They had tied up with the Chelsea fan club in Bombay, and we had met them for the Boxing Day match. And in that match,
I think I know about this one.
So we incidentally won that match 2-0, and after we scored the second goal, everybody was going mad in that. The 4 of us were going absolutely mad.
I lost you. I lost you there. Can you just repeat the last bit?
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah. I can hear you now. Can you just repeat the last bit? So you guys are screaming and
the 5 of us met the Chelsea fan club supporters in Cafe 24 to watch the screening.
Okay.
And when we scored the second goal, all 5 of us went absolutely ballistic. We were all chanting when the Saints go marching in continuously, and incidentally and we were surrounded by Chelsea fans all across, and it was a very heated atmosphere, and it was great. It was absolutely great. So that video happened to go viral, and PL for India had posted it. So over there, we got a lot of comments saying that it's sort of pretentious to be supporting Southampton, and who supports Southampton in India? That doesn't make any sense. But personally, I have always felt that teams who are playing entertaining football, who are playing attacking football, which is pleasing to watch, who are promoting good young players in the game, and you always have a soft spot for the underdog. And why should top 6 teams always have the fun? So I mean, we're going to be part of our journey, and I genuinely feel that if there are any football fans who have just started watching the Premier League, who are newly watching from this season onwards, if they're not supporting any club yet and they watch Southampton play, I'm very sure many of them will become fans in India as well.
Yep, I think that's a good thought. Let's try to get Abhishek back in, and let's see how that works. Abhishek, can you send me a request, like from either the MUSCM account or from yours? Who do you support in Indian football?
So most of the members in our group are very hardcore supporters of Mumbai City FC.
Okay.
I was staying in Jamshedpur for a while, so I happened to support Jamshedpur FC because I've seen a bunch of their matches. And in fact, one of my favorite
players to us, Farooq.
Yeah, exactly. It was very heartbreaking because Farooq is a brilliant player. He's a brilliant talent.
Yeah, we
and I think
interviewed him on a show of ours on Off the Field, like 2 weeks before he joined. And we're like, so, I think you're moving soon. And he's like, no, I'm staying at Jamshedpur. There's a half-hearted kiss of the badge.
I think he'll do really well for the Indian team as well in the future. I mean, he's a great prospect.
Oh shit, this actually works. This is so cool, man. Devarshi, good to see you, man. Great to hear your story.
Good to see you.
This is what you learn with the Blue Pilgrims, man. We are right at the cutting edge of technology.
So I'm going to do some personal promotion here. I also host the live for Pro Kabaddi, and the reason why we haven't done more than one player is because I didn't know this was possible till just now. So we're going to do that this weekend.
I think I'll just call Pro Kabaddi and tell them that I have like an extra person on my Instagram live, so maybe they should consider me instead.
Yeah, this is really cool,
so
man.
Guys,
good stuff.
Okay, so quickly score predictions from both of you. Devashi?
2-1 to Saints. One scored by Bruno in a penalty, and one from Armstrong and one from Che Adams.
I think you'll agree on one. You'll agree on one of those goals, I think. Abhishek.
I'll tell you one thing for sure, man, and this is banter that I'd prepped and come. Devashi, I hope you guys don't get bought over by the Liverpool Mumbai Supporters Club. Get it?
No, we won't.
Get it?
I get that.
He gets it.
No, we can't afford to keep.
There's a pandemic going on, guys.
Tanuj didn't understand, so I'm going to break. Tanuj didn't understand, so I'm going to break it down for him.
No, I just explained it, right? I said there's a restriction in the pandemic. You can't like really go out shopping right now.
Anyway, predictions, man. Like I said it right. I'm going for a draw because I need to be real here. Optimistic me would say 3-1 United, but I'm going for a 1-1. A very tough 1-1. Southampton are going to be. What I love about Ralph Hasenhuttl and his men is, dude, your pressing is so intense that it's going to piss a lot of United fans off. But we're going to play two holding midfielders. We're going to play Fred. We're going to play McTominay or Matic. We have to do it because we'll have to sort of create a system where we can stifle that press. Otherwise, you guys will run circles around us, man. And I hate admitting that as a United fan.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And I'm hoping that so the press has, in most cases, worked out for us in situations wherein after at least 20, 30, 40 minutes of pressing going on continuously, the defense starts making mistakes. And that's when there's a Ings or an Adams who's waiting to pounce upon that particular ball that we get. So I'm hoping that something like that happens. Also, talking about people not being able to go out shopping, I guess that's the reason why Sancho.
Thank God his screen froze. Thank God his screen froze.
Dude,
is it just me or is he?
You didn't complete the sentence, Devashri. I think you're internet provider as a United fan.
Your screen froze just when you said Sancho. Dude, Instagram is a United fan. Please don't forget, Instagram is a United fan. Mark Zuckerberg loves United. He's watching us right now.
Let's hope he'll help out in getting Sancho to United.
Yeah, money for United in that case.
What's wrong with Woodward? Like, seriously, what is wrong with him?
I say this a lot. Devashi. Woodward is actually on his own. He's a fantastic business manager, dude. He's a fantastic CEO at United. He is, in a pandemic world, he's made 600 million revenues for United. He's made us third most, second most valuable club. The problem is that his role percolates or transcends into football. So the problem is not Woodward. The problem is the Glazers who allow Woodward to run the footballing side of things. Woodward is a chartered accountant, man. He's not a football manager. He's not a scout. He's not a player.
Yeah.
So it's the administration that's a problem, man. Not the you can't blame. See, at the end of the day, if your boss tells you ye kaam karna hai, now if you're a chartered accountant and I tell you to run a football club, and your boss tells you you have to do it, you will do it, right? You're not going to be there saying no, I can't do it and whatever. So I'm not sympathizing with the man. I think he himself can take a stand, but I think the real criticism lies elsewhere, not necessarily only at Woodward.
Yeah,
That
plus
makes a
Devashi,
lot
I
of
think
sense.
to answer the question, what's wrong with him, it's going to take a much longer session than this Instagram live that we have going on right now. I'll quickly
But
give a
I'm
score
hoping
update. I think
that,
Mohan Bagan.
I just want to remind Tanuj
defeated
that
East
the
Bengal
club he supports is
2-0.
right at the
And
bottom
some
between the three of us.
Some issues with Abhishek's connection right now. You guys are 1 point ahead, aren't you? Anyway, we'll take that up in the next the next time you guys meet, because the last time. Anyway,
but then again,
City won the league on goal difference, man.
I had to say something regarding what Abhishek was speaking in before. I feel that Ole is a good manager too as well, and I hope that the United board keeps their faith in him, because I think that he might be the key to turning the fortunes around.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Man.
On that positive note, quick update: Mohan Bagan have defeated East Bengal 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
So Abhishek had already mentioned about the first goal from Roy Krishna. And I think we'll have to, apart from that, we'll have to wait a little more longer for Indian football team to get back on track with the qualifications and get all those games going. On that note, thanks a lot, you guys, for joining this Instagram live. I hope both of you have a really thrilling game for the neutrals at least this Sunday. See you guys.
Devashi, if I may take this opportunity, why don't you join us on MUSCM Live tomorrow pre-match?
Definitely, I'll do that.
Fantastic. I'll connect with you offline. Tanuj, thanks for having us, man. Cheers.
Take care, you guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Cheers.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye, Devashi. Good night.
Bye.
For everybody else watching, Social has watch parties planned. You guys can reach out to your nearest Social. In Mumbai, it's Car Social, Bangalore, Church Street, Delhi, Vasant Kunj, Chandigarh, it's Sector 7, Pune, FC Road Social, and Chennai, Mount Road Social. Go there, have a great time, guys. All the best for your match. Bye-bye.